Let me see here. All right, there we go. I'm just going to wait just a couple minutes for a couple more people to join. There we go. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Let's see. Alrighty, we got 5 people in here. Let's wait. Wait 1 more minute, maybe. Give it time. With this, I'll just go over the teams and who has the teams. We'll do that real quick since we're waiting for people to come in here. We got the Diamondbacks, Timothy S. Atlanta Braves, Brett M. Baltimore Orioles, Timothy S. Boston Red Sox, Pat D. Chicago Cubs, Michael M. The White Sox, Barry L. The Cincinnati Reds, Philip E. The Guardians also for Philip. Rockies are Timothy S. The Detroit Tigers, James R. Houston Astros, Timothy S. Kansas City Royals, Philip E. Excuse me. Los Angeles Angels is Jonathan C. The LA Dodgers is Jeffrey B. Miami Marlins, Brian J. And the Brew Crew is for Philip E. The Twins are Jeff S. New York Mets, Timothy S. The New York Yankees is Robert H. The Athletics, Philip E. Phillies are Timothy S. Pittsburgh Pirates is a Morgan E. San Diego Padres, David K. The Giants is also David K. Seattle Mariners, Jason O. St. Louis Cardinals, Timothy S. Tampa Bay Rays, Robert W. The Texas Rangers, Jason O. Toronto Blue Jays, we got David K. And the Nationals, we have Jonathan C. Let's see. All right, we got enough people. Let's go ahead and start. We'll start with the blasters. We'll get going on the blasters because those take a little while to open. And then we'll hit the mojos with the mega boxes. All right. Excuse me, guys. Gotta move my trash can. Hopefully, you guys are having a great weekend. Like I said that earlier. I'll do the box. We can do one at a time, or we can do just open them all. Oh, come on, Bowman. Do this a little faster. Sorry, guys. Since there are a lot of cards, we're going to go through the paper pretty fast. If we get a star, or, you know, let's just slow down, but I got to get through these blasters. Have a lot of get through a lot of those paper cards. All right, here we go. We got first blaster. Altuve, Blackman, Dalbec, C.L. Lopez, and with the chrome insert, Mr. Cespedes. Put him over here. Bit of paper Muncie, Riley. And we got Henry Davis, prospect for the Pirates, chrome. Oh man, starting it off hot. There we go, Khalil Watson, first chrome. Oh, there we go. go. Starting her off right. Put chromes over here. Alright, back to paper. Judge, Ashby, Williams, Gill, paper, Cunha. Oh, look at this. This box is pretty good. There's Colson, Montgomery. This guy's going to be pretty fantastic. Let's see if you guys want. I guess I can top load all these after. It's up to you guys. If we just do the big ones right off the bat and get it going here. Another Cespedes Chrome. Back to paper. Cunha, Stanton. And insert for the Hi-Fi Futures is Jordan Lawler, Arizona Chrome. There's another Colson paper. There we go. This box is great. James Wood first, along with Trey Sweeney. It's a pretty good first in this first blast here. It's pretty nice. Let me get. There's Mr. Sweeney. Get him top loaded in a minute. Let's finish this box off. I'm going to start going a little bit faster, a little slow here. Sorry, guys. Or actually, what I'll start doing is I'll start top loading after everything's over. Alright, chrome inserts for Ryan Rollison for Colorado. Let's see, Mr. Clay's paper. There's Mr. Armstrong. Prospect for the Cubs. And there we go, Mr. Pirate, Mr. Lyover. This prospect for Pittsburgh. Rookie of your favorites, Matt Manning for Detroit. Insert. Riddick. There's Mr. Cabrera for the Yankees, first chrome. And Mr. Tresh for Kansas City, first chrome. There's our Vibrations insert for Austin Martin for the Twins, chrome. Khalil again. It's paper, but it's still nice. Let's see. There's the prospect for Amador for the Colorado Rockies prospect. Another prospect. This one's for Detroit, Mr. Torkelson. All right, let me get these moved over here. That's the end of the first blaster. Go to number 2. Oh, empty box, forgot. If you want, we can just go pack by pack. We'll just do it that way. Okay, so ooh, a little miscut on Judge paper. There's an insert of Joe Ryan chrome for Minnesota. There's paper, Bernardo, Ray. There's Mr. Mead for Tampa Bay, first chrome. And Mr. Matt Frazier for Pittsburgh chrome. There's a Vibrations insert for Jason Dominguez, the Yankees. Jason Dominguez again, on paper. And there we go for the Guardians, Fran Alduy, first Bowman chrome. The prospect for the Astros, Pedro Leon. Chrome prospect Austin Hendrick, number 56 for Cincinnati. Chrome. Mr. Tatis, first chrome for the White Sox. And for the Blue Jays, Martin Jimenez for Toronto first. Man, I can't wait to see these mojos. Hurry up with these blasters. Shohei. First from Angeles for San Diego, first Bowman chrome. And prospect of Christian Hernandez for the Cubs, chrome. High Five Futures chrome, Noelvi Marte for Seattle, chrome. And Mr. Sosa for the White Sox, first chrome. There he is, Mr. Noel. First chrome for, not Cleveland, for the Guardians. I almost said Indians again. Last pack of Blaster 2. Zondolis, Mr. Winner today. Walk off. Okay, yeah, Giancarlo. And our prospect chrome, Tyler Soderstrom for the Oakland Athletics chrome. There's Mr. Vargas chrome, first Bowman chrome for the Brew Crew. And Wilman Diaz for the Dodgers, prospect chrome. All right, let me move these over here, get them out of the way. All right, let's go to Blaster 3. We need a hot one here. We need a good blaster. Molina, DeGrom, Seager. Rookie of the Year favorites, Cal Raleigh for the Seattle Mariners chrome. Mr. Noel again on paper. Mr. Jimenez again for the Blue Jays, first Bowman chrome. And Mr. Angeles again for San Diego, first Bowman chrome. Seager, Bichette. And Vibrations insert for Mr. Alcantara for the Cubs. Chrome. Mr. Sosa for the Sox again, first chrome. And Colton Cowser for the Orioles, prospect chrome. Oh, come on, we got this. There's a Wander. Put him to the side. It is paper. So, you know, our chrome here for San Diego. Kinsey Gore. Chrome. Prospect, 4th ranked prospect. There's Colson again, paper. Hello, 3-day. Oh, Mr. Noel again. Nice. First chrome. And we got Mr. Vargas again. Chrome. Ooh, what do we got here? What do we got here? There's an auto. Oh, it's a paper auto. Nate Fastnot? I can't even pronounce it. For the Phillies. First Bowman. Nice. It's not numbered, no. There we go. I don't think I've had a paper auto yet, but now I have. Congratulations for the Phillies. Nate is it Fastnacht? There we go. Finally hit an auto out of third blast here. Let's continue. There's Ellie. It's a paper. Still Ellie though. Put that to the side. There is Angels prospect, Mr. Vera, and Jordan Lawler for the Arizona prospect chrome. I want to see a Mojo auto. Those are so nice. Hi-Fi Futures insert Austin Martin for the Twins chrome. There's Mr. Roa for Cincinnati, first chrome. And San Francisco, Ricardo Genovis, San Francisco Giants chrome. First Bowman chrome. There's a prospect insert for the Rays, Shane Baz, chrome. And for the Orioles, Mr. Durrell for the Orioles, first Bowman chrome. And Ed Howard prospect for the Cubs chrome. Well, it's Blaster 3. Let's get some more autos. What autos we at? Blaster 4. First pack Blaster 4. Khalil Watson, nice. There we go. Nice little insert. Bowman in 3D. Khalil Watson for the Marlins. Chrome insert. I like it. And Angels prospect Jordan Adams. Chrome. And for the Blue Jays, Samad Taylor. First chrome. And San Diego prospect Mr. Robert Hassel. Prospect chrome. Rookie of the Year, Jarren Duran for the Red Sox chrome. Mr. Abrams, that's fine. Oh, there we go. Just something. Mr. Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs, prospect chrome. And for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera, first Bowman chrome. There's a Dulles again. Detmers, Cruz, Acuna, Stanton. Let's see your vibrations insert. This is Wilman Diaz for the Dodgers, chrome. Marcelo. There's Mr. Fresh again, first Bowman chrome for Kansas City. And Mr. Hendrick, Cincinnati prospect, chrome. Oh, come on. We just saw the back card, didn't we? Let's see. For the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Prospect for the Cardinals, number 87. Chrome. Colorado Rockies prospect, Adele Amador for the Rockies, prospect chrome. And Henry Davis for the Pirates, prospect chrome. Oh, I see a green back there. I see you. It's peeking. Oh, ooh, I want to show it real fast. Oh, it looks like Pittsburgh Pirates. There we go. It's a chrome. I don't know if you can see the number right there. 78 of 99. Leover Peguera, Peguero, sorry guys, horrible at pronouncing names, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, 78 of 99. There you go, Pirates. There you go, Morgan. Oh, we gotta get a bigger top loader. There we go. Nice first one here. We'll put that up here. Get much for now. All right, and I've missed the last Yankee here. Mr. Vargas, Yankee Chrome Prospect. Oh, we need some fire to these. I hope these megas are awesome. I hope they're awesome. High Five Futures, Luis Rodriguez for the Dodgers Chrome insert. Oh, he shows his face again. Khalil Watson. Oh, look at that right behind it, Colson Montgomery. Two amazing prospects for the Miami Marlins and for the White Sox. I'm going to get those sleeve and top loaded after this here. Put them in the pile. Alrighty here. Let me move these over. Get to our last blaster. Blaster number 5. So we got, put the auto up there too. Gotta show some Philly love. Phillies love. $2. Alright, last blaster. And Prospect Chrome, Mr. Ramos for the San Francisco Giants Chrome. Oh, we got a blue. Is it chrome or paper? I think it's chrome. Who is it? Prospects for the Cubs, Mr. Armstrong. It is paper, not chrome. That's all right. It's still numbered 74074 out of, I don't know if you can see it. There it is, of 150. There we go. Congratulations, Cubbies. I can't see this far away. There we go. Put him up in a little bit. We got a first Bowman. Let's see. Oh, it's a first chrome for Dariel Lopez for the Pirates. We got a first chrome for the Boston Red Sox, Mr. Cavadas. And they put a paper one on the back. Interesting. And we'll put him up too. Mr. Armstrong. Put him back here. Don't have enough angled room here though. That'll work. I want to see more color. More color, more autos. It's a good way to start on the first pack. Kalinick, Co. And for the Braves, Mickey Backstrom for the Braves, first Bowman Chrome. And oh man, look how bent. Look at that. It's not bent, it's just bowed. For Cincinnati Reds, Allen, is it Serta? First Bowman Chrome. Man, I can't wait for them niggas. Need to open faster. High Five Futures insert, Luis Matos for the Giants insert chrome. For Boston, Mr. Bello, Boston Red Sox first Bowman chrome. And for the Rockies, Robbie Martin for the Colorado Rockies, first Bowman Chrome. 3 more packs of the blasters. That last blaster when I hit the megas. Mr. Marsh. And for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Alec Thomas, Chrome, insert, top 100. And for the Cubs, prospect Reginald Preciado, prospect. And the Angels, first Bowman Chrome, Edgar Quero. There's Mr. Callaghan for Seattle. Rookie of your favorites, Chrome. For Texas Rangers, Mr. Acuna, prospect Chrome. For the Angels, Mr. Ramirez, Chrome, prospect. Last pack for the blasters. There. Vibrations, insert Luis Rodriguez for the Dodgers, Chrome. And for Cleveland, Valera, first Bowman Chrome. And Cubs, Ed Howard, prospect Chrome. Alright, I'm going to move these out of the way and get cleaned up for a second. We'll do some megas. Let's see. Move these out of the way. Alright, let's start with this one right on top. Come on. What are you waiting for here? Let's see, we'll hold the, we'll put the Mojo packs over here. We'll open these first. And then if you want, we can do all the Mojos at the end. Or we can just do it at the end of each box. It's up to you guys. Come on, Megas, be good. There's, oh, Mr. On Fire right now. Jack Sawinski for the Pirates. First Bowman Chrome. And Adrian Seguste for the San Francisco Giants, first Chrome. And for Arizona, Mr. Guzman, first Bowman Chrome. And Jordan Walker, prospect for the Cardinals, Chrome. And for the Padres, Mr. Salinas, first Bowman Chrome. This is for the Giants, Mr. Ramos, prospect Chrome. All right. Nelson Cruz, I thought that was the band. Mr. Rutschman. For Texas, Jose Rodriguez, first Bowman Chrome. And for the Sox, for the White Sox, Mr. Vera, first Bowman Chrome. And let's just say, we'll just leave the Mojos for the very end. We'll do this at the very end. So we got this, still got the 2 packs over here. Cap it off with the 30 Mojos. I'm excited. There's the 2 Mojo packs over there. Come on, color nose, let's go. There's for Atlanta again, Mr. Malachi Backstrom, first Bowman Chrome. And Boston, Mr. Brian Bello, first Bowman Chrome. And Nico Cavadas, Boston Red Sox, first Bowman Chrome. And Mr. Tresh again, Kansas City, first Chrome. And for Boston, Mr. Rafaela, Boston Red Sox, first Chrome. Excuse me. And for Cleveland again, Mr. Valera, first Chrome. Mr. Angeles for San Diego Padres, first Chrome. And Mr. Sosa again for the White Sox, first Chrome. All right, last blaster minus all these Mojos, or excuse me, Mega. Wow. We can move this guy over here now. Take the 2 packs over there. End the night with a bang. And for the New York Yankees, Fidel Montero, first Chrome. And there's Jack again, Mr. Sawitsky, Mr. On Fire, first Chrome. He's looking to be a really good rookie. I wonder when DeGrom comes back. San Francisco Giants, Mr. Sagasti again. And for the Orioles, Mr. Colton Cowser, the prospect for the Orioles. 2 more regular packs. And got a loaded Joe. Oh, there's Wander again. Our second paper Wander. Fernando. And for the Dodgers, Mr. Eddie Leonard, first Chrome. And Cincinnati, Justice Thompson, first Chrome. Some more Ellie's. Felix Valerio, excuse me, for the Brew Crew, first Chrome. And Jordan Lawler for Arizona, prospect Chrome. All right, I'm moving these out of the way so we have room for all these bad boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get them going. Let's get some Mojo magic. Haha. First off the bat is Max Muncy, the first Chrome, or excuse me, Mojo, Mr. Muncy. Oh, we got a purple. There's Marco Luciano, prospect for the Giants. And we'll go nice and slow. Who is it? It's a first. Who is it? For Cincinnati Reds. Nice hit. I don't know if you can see the number. I'm trying to get it in the light. There it is. Number 4 out of 250. Allen. Serta or Curta? I can't even say it. And I gotta get a bigger top loader. There's some color. First pack of Mojos. Number to 250, number 4. I'll put him up too. Oh, and then they got the other two that were behind it here. Mr. Vargas for the Brew Crew, first chrome. And Tampa Bay, Mr. Mead, Mojo. I said chrome, it's Mojo. All right, first pack was hot. Let's keep going. Let's go. First Mojo of this pack for the Dodgers, Mr. Leonard. First, that's Mojo. For the White Sox, Mr. Gonzalez. Rookie of the Year favorites, Wander. Look at that. There we go. He hits. Wander Franco, Rookie of the Year favorites, Mojo. That's pretty. Esteban Machado. First Mojo. And, oh, Mr. Austin Martin. Prospect for the Twins. Alright, that one is hot. Let's go. This would be, I guess this is box Mega 2 for the Mojos. For Cincinnati, it's Justice Thompson. Man, I thought it was Ellie. Mackie Backstrom for Atlanta, Mojo. And for the Rays, Carlos Colmenares, my bad. Hi-Fi Features insert, Mojo. For the San Diego Padres, Mr. Angeles. First. And for the San Francisco Giants, Mr. Rodriguez again for the Giants, Mojo. Alright, halfway done with the Mojo packs. It's 3 out of 6. Here's 4. Come on, more color, more autos. Let's go. For the Cubbies, Mr. Hernandez, prospect. There's Marcelo Mayer for Boston, Mojo. And Rookie of the Year favorites, Joe Ryan for Minnesota, Mojo. Nico Cavadas, first chrome. Excuse me. It is first chrome, Mojo for Boston. And Spencer Tort, prospect, Mojo. 2 more Mojo packs. White Sox, Mr. Bailey. First. There's Mr. Serta for the Reds. There we go. Colson Montgomery for the White Sox. We got to sleeve him. And put right there. Mr. Amador for Colorado. And Mr. PA for Tampa Bay. That's a good one. Come on, last pack magic. Last pack magic. Let's go. Come on. Oh, let that be an auto. Oh, let's insert. We'll see what it is. Jordan Lawler, Arizona, prospect. Jose Ramos for the Dodgers. And Vidal Brujan for Tampa Bay, Rookie of the Year favorites. And for San Diego, it's Brandon Valenzuela. And Alvin Guzman for Arizona. And that does it, guys. We're all out of packs to open. We can go over these bad boys real quick. I'm going to take some pictures and I'll put them up on Facebook. And I'm going to get this over to the video. Will be up on the YouTube site here soon, too, if you'd like to be on there. This is for the Reds, Serta. It's the first. It's a Mojo 4 of 250, purple. And then Mr. Crow Armstrong for the Cubs. paper, but it's numbered 74 out of 150. And there's Nate for the Philadelphia Phillies. Auto. Paper. And Mr. Paguro for the Pirates. Green. Chrome, numbered 78 of 99. And I will get everything else top loaded. It's supposed to get top loaded, get everything sleeved, and get everything mailed off. I'll have them ready in the morning and then get them out in the mail first thing in the morning for Monday, guys. So that's it for me. I guess you guys have a great weekend.